You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Underrated Mages. Today I'll be doing a video discussing the truth about Fairy Tail spinoff. Now, before I get into the video, I know you guys can see this extra little Instagram handle. By the way, I want to say that if you guys haven't already, follow me on my main social medias. But as you guys can see, there's a new little Instagram page down below. That's a new page that I started. It's kind of something like following my dreams. I don't know if you guys know this or if you guys know for following my IG. I just like taking pictures, and I decided, you know what? Why not start up a page where it's more of a photography page. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, I'm not saying you have to do it, but if you guys really bangs with me, if you guys really rock with me, then you guys would follow it, because that's something that I've, it's literally me like pursuing my dream. Like, besides doing YouTube and taking pictures, that's all I love doing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you guys want to, you can follow my other Instagram picture. That one's just gonna be me posting, like, I don't want to say more professional pictures, but you guys will see. Just follow it if you guys want to. But let's go and get into the video. So when it comes to Fairy Tail, we know that there's been a lot of good news when it comes to the series as a whole. I mean, we know in the summer, June 27th, I believe, or June 22nd, we'll be getting a new Fairy Tail manga. We don't know if that's going to be the spin-off. We don't know if that's going to be the new work that Hiro Mashima is working on. We don't know what it's going to be, but we're getting something from Hiro Mashima in the summer. And in the fall, we know that the anime is going to be coming back for its final run, and final run was used in quotes. So you know what I'm saying, there might be more seasons, but for all we know of, the final season of Fairy Tail is airing in fall. So pretty much we have a pretty good lineup for Fairy Tail. But there's one thing that I was just thinking in the back of my head, because yeah, on one side, I'm obviously excited for all the Fairy Tail information to come out, all the new content. Obviously I'm excited, to be able to come on here, just talk to you guys about Fairy Tail. That's going to be so dope. But looking at it from, I guess you could say, and I really don't want to use this word, but a reviewer standpoint, or somebody who critiques Fairy Tail, do we really need this spinoff? Now, we've seen that at the end of the Fairy Tail series. Let's be honest here, there was a lot of crazy things going on in Fairy Tail at the end of the series. Some of it that I didn't like, some of it that I thought was just garbage, but some of the stuff that I thought was good. But majority of, for the most part, I was the biggest fan of the final arc, which led me to thinking of this video: do we actually need a spin-off series? Now, if you guys have been following my channel, you guys would know that me personally, I've been saying this for the longest time, and I was right. Yo, pat me on the back. Pat me on the back. Can I get a pat on the back, please? Listen, I don't usually ask for pats on the back, but I needed this one time because everybody kept saying, yo, Fairy Tail's over. Stop making videos about it. Fairy Tail's not coming back, blah blah blah. There's hella evidence on my channel, and now Fairy Tail's confirmed to come back. So please don't ever doubt your boy again. Yo, don't doubt me. Listen, listen. If you guys want the right news, just come to me, because I'm most likely going to be right more of the times. Okay, I'm just joking. That sounds a little bit too conceited. But back on track. What I was saying is that Fairy Tail, the final arc ended with kind of a beginning of a new arc. We saw that, and I don't want to get too deep into spoilers for the anime onlys, but let's just say that Fairy Tail ended, and the ending necessarily wasn't even an ending. You know what I'm saying? It didn't really feel like an ending, and now we really got confirmed that we're getting a new Fairy Tail series. And here's just some of the issues that I could see happening with with the new Fairy Tail series. Now, I'm not saying these issues are 100% sure to happen. I'm just saying that if Hiro Mashima doesn't at least look and try to avoid these, that these could be a pretty big problem with the new Fairy Tail series. Now, number one, I want to say is the timing. Now, where would this new series take off? Because from the sound of it, it looks like that they're trying to do like I want to say like a next generation type thing. You know what I'm saying? They want to do something like a Boruto or a Dragon Ball Super, whereas they can just continue, they can just have a big time skip, and they can really just have the next generation of characters, or still have some old school characters in there for the new series. Now, the problem that I see with this is the information. Like, we ended the series off. If they do a huge time skip, then they still have to fill in a lot of plot points. And I don't know about you guys, but let's say for example they do a time skip to where everybody's older, majority of the people have kids, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I would want to see everything that led up to that event. I don't know, that's just me, just because I feel like with a story like Fairy Tail, you can't just or just with stories in general, like, you can't just have a time skip. and then like not explain anything that happened. So that's why I kind of don't want to have a time skip, just so we can see everything happen in real time. And excuse me, I don't know why I've been hiccuping, but y'all already know we do one take over here. But yeah, I don't know why they would do a time skip and not show anything. I mean, I don't think he would do that, but there's still a possibility that Hiro Mashima, because you never know, Hiro Mashima does do some, off the wall things. So he could always just make a time skip and then not show anything that happened in between. I don't think that would be good, but I do think that he has to address that issue. Now, the next thing I want to discuss is, and this kind of ties into the if they do have a time skip, but if they don't have a time skip, the 100-year quest. Now, this is going to be a huge plot point in the new series, and let me tell you why. The 100-year quest, for the longest of time, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I thought it had to do something with Acne Logia, just because we seen Acne Logia when Gildarts went on his 100-year quest. He ended up losing his arm, and we know that Acne Logia had to do something with Gildarts losing his arm. So yeah, or at least that's at least what I think. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, me personally, now that we know that the 100-year quest doesn't really have to do with Acne Logia, it's kind of make me think like, what could the 100-year quest be about? You know what I'm saying? We all thought that Gildarts got hurt, you know what I'm saying, back during the 100-year quest and all that stuff, but I'm interested to see what the 100-year quest will be now. What could be more interesting than Acne Logia or Zeref? Because like I said, those two are gone. You know what I'm saying? Acne Logia is seemingly defeated, and Zeref, I'm not gonna say what happens to Zeref. I don't want to spoil you guys, but yeah, basically, what else is left? The one person I think that could have an involvement with the 100-year quest is God Anxaram, just because that's really the only antagonist I can see left that is worthy enough for a 100-year quest. Because if it's a 100-year quest, it can't just be like some random fodder Dark Guild just sitting there. So yeah, that's one of the issues that I might have with it. What could be a good plot point and the 100-year quest just as a whole? Now, the next thing that I want to discuss is the characters. Now, we've seen that when series usually do time skip, in general, the characters, they end up to mature and develop. Now, the thing with Fairy Tail is, the characters, I'm not one of the people who say that Fairy Tail doesn't have character development, because me personally, I think that Fairy Tail does have character development. I'm not one of the people who think that Fairy Tail doesn't, but if they do age the characters, I would want to see them go through that development thing. You know what I'm talking about? Because let me just put this as an example. If we have someone like Natsu, who's been like a joke, who's been, the laid back, your typical shonen guy. If we get a time skip, then he's just all like super serious and all this other stuff. I would want to see what would happen. You know what I'm saying? How would that shape Natsu's character? What would make Natsu actually turn that way? You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I hope that when it comes to character development, if they do have a time skip, they do handle it right. Because listen, character development and time skips, I've seen series like Naruto no shade being thrown, but when characters basically they're dope before the time skip, then after a time skip or after some type of huge arc, they really become irrelevant. And I hope that doesn't happen with the new Fairy Tail series, because for the most part, Fairy Tail, the one thing that I do gotta say about Fairy Tail that they did better than a lot of other shonen and just series in general is the cast of characters. They actually involve the other cast of characters, like for example Elfman, Mira Jane, the whole guild really got involved whenever it was like a serious like big on war thing. Like for example, if Naruto's war arc, we didn't necessarily see a whole bunch of of everybody. It was mainly just Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Team 7 type shit, and with the whole Kages and everybody else. We didn't really see any other Sound Ninja or Cloud Ninja, what I'm saying. But with Fairy Tail, they do that very good, because they showed each individual guild member that are the ones that are important, at least not the fodder ones, not like Jet and Joy, but yeah, people that are somewhat respectable. They do end up having their moments, and I hope that Hiro Mashima, if there is a time skip, he does actually tell us what happens with each character if they did actually develop, because I've grown an attachment to each character that is supposed to be a main character somewhat when it comes to Fairy Tail Guild. I've grown an attachment to like Elfman, you know what I'm saying, Mira Jane, Urza, all of them, Jubia, I like all of them. So I hope that if Hiro Mashima does something with their character in terms of like growing them up, that we do get to see it, just because I don't know about you guys, but I've been catching up. I've been watching Fairy Tail since 7th grade, so that's a good about what, I don't even know. I graduated, bro. I just graduated last year. That's good about 5, 6 years, 5, 4, 6 years that I've been following Fairy Tail. So I have an attachment to these characters, you know what I'm saying? So overall, to go over the things that I have that I think that could be an issue with the new Fairy Tail series is number one, the plot. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that the plot is somewhat interesting so that it could keep me hooked. Number two, the amount of BS. What would Hero Mashima do? Because let's be honest here, Fairy Tail isn't a perfect series, even though I enjoyed it a lot. Fairy Tail isn't a perfect series, you know, there's still some moments here and there where you're just like, why'd you do this? So I hope that there isn't as much of those moments in the new Fairy Tail series. And last but not least, a time skip slash character development. What type of time skip or character development will be going on for the main characters, or will he just pick up right back where he left off? But the only issue that I have is if he picked up right where he left. I just had a huge brain fart. I couldn't speak. The only problem that I have with Hiro Mashima picking right back up where he left off is the plot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, overall, that's basically it for this little video. Are you guys excited for the new Fairy Tail series? Do you guys have any gripes that you guys want to get out the way? Is there anything that you're worried about when it comes to the new Fairy Tail series? Comment what you guys think down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.